Do you think that people can over intellectualize music to the point where it's not about where it removes itself from that level of connection to humanity?
For sure. And all you have to do is listen to compositions from from college graduates, that might be studying, classical composition, modern classical composition. And I'm not trying to throw shade. Like they're doing things that I don't even understand, but I've listened to a few, enough new music concerts, and I don't, if I feel anything from it, I feel annoyed, because I don't feel like I'm being really emotionally connected with. I feel like it's this hyper intellectualization of whatever the subject matter is that the composition is based on. And I feel like the composer kind of holds the audience hostage and almost at gunpoint, you are going to sit through this and you are going to listen to all of my little musical acrobatics that I'm going to do, and you're going to clap at the end of it. And I'm left so cold. And that's not to say that I've never been affected or that I appreciate those things, but my relationship to music is an emotional one, and that trumps everything else. So I don't care how simple a piece of music might be. If it speaks to me, if it does something for me, if it gives me goosebumps, then to me, it's trading on the currency that I am interested in the world of music. And if it's kind of intellectual musical masturbation, I'm not so interested. And that was one of the things that I don't want to say that I've left the jazz world, but after studying a little bit of jazz piano in college and being around other jazz players and playing in bands and stuff, I got so tired of solos. Solos are kind of like people just trying to flex and show things that they've practiced and how hard they've woodshed. And I'm kind of flipping on maybe a sentiment that I had earlier in our conversation. But I remember I got to a point where I just thought I would rather listen to a pop song. And if there's a solo, it's like edited from 20 solos to make the perfect solo. So the phrasing is just right. And it almost becomes more of a classical composition. I would rather hear that. I would rather hear things that people really spent time on than just kind of noodling. And that was one of the reasons that I also felt that helped get me into film score and helped me, and maybe it's just my own justification for being a shitty jazz player, but it helped me say, no, my space is not on a stage jamming with other people. It's in my studio where I can take my time to try and really get at just the right emotion of what it is that I want to say, and try to make that statement in a very economical and hopefully interesting way. I'm always trying to challenge myself to not regurgitate what someone else has done, but rather try to chew on that and respond to it. And hopefully my response is not just a regurgitation, but hopefully it's adding something. That's what I'm striving for, at least. Yeah.